What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Snoop Jones, and I am back with the Snoop Jones Show, Episode 4. Man, when I tell you I'm excited about what I got to present to you today, I am beyond excited. First of all, we got a new intro for you guys. Man, you're gonna love this. The guy that I'm interviewing, Mr. King Key, he actually, shout out to you, he gave me some music that I can use for my intro. So now I have a brand new intro for you guys that is going to be a banger. On top of that, Mr. King Key is who I'm interviewing today, and he's dropping brand new world premiere music never heard before. He created himself featuring Zero, called Certified. So y'all motherfuckers stay tuned, man. Y'all gonna love the show, man. Let's get to the intro and I'll be back. Hello. Oof. Oh shit. That's right, it is time for the Snoop Jones Show.
I'm certified. You can look at how I walk, you can hear the way I talk, you can see the way I move, you can see the way I lean. I've been certified. Baby, tell me what you want. Do you really want a boss? I can show you what to do when you jump on the team. I'm certified. I be putting in the work, I done shed a couple tears. I be speaking on the facts, this is what I really did. I've been certified. Had that crowd from the mud when I wouldn't get in love. You can see it in the act, this is how I really live.
That boy King Key, man. Motherfucker I've been waiting for. Y'all boys ain't ready. What's up, boy?
Yeah.
What's up with you, man?
What up, Snoop?
King Key in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been down to hear this interview, boy. You don't even know.
Yeah. Fuck this city up. 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 Fuck this city up, ho. Fuck this city up, bitch. Fuck this city up, ho. Fuck this city up, bitch. Wake up, bitch. You falling asleep. Big dog, nigga. I'm a hog in the streets. Y'all better keep a little dog on a leash. Eat your ass up.
Man, I'm so glad you came through, man. You know, it's been months I've been waiting on you.
Yeah, it's been a minute, yeah.
You was on the grind doing your shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, I'm gonna catch you. So, before we can get started, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know who this is. This is King Key. I don't know if you want to give his real name, he'll do that if you want, but he's the hottest Austin rapper right now in the city. We got the motherfucking streams and YouTube views to prove that. You feel me? My nigga here is here to drop a brand new video today that he is releasing on my show, Showing Me Love. So I want to, first of all, say thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. I definitely appreciate, like I say, from meeting you years ago and finally getting to sit down with you now, I've seen the elevation, kind of like I've seen the elevation of my career as well, and I respect that. That's why I'm here today. I'm willing to build with people, not people that already got something established, but I'm willing to build with you, and I respect what you got going on.
Appreciate that. So before we can get the interview started, we got to get some drinks. Let's see, what you prefer? We got some Gold Bar whiskey, or we got some wine over here in the cellar.
Man, that whiskey sound good.
Good. Okay.
Whiskey.
We do have a drink server. Y'all give a warm welcome to the new drink server girl, Miss Bianca.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Oh, yes, she did. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Did you want to take that with you and make you a drink?
I'm good for now.
Now, let's get the interview started. Clint.
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
Sure.
Better things.
And bigger things.
Now, my first question is not, I know you're here to be introduced as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, doing your shit as that, but
Yeah.
I would rather you introduce what you do, the multitude of things that you got going on. That way the world can know, you know what I'm saying? I don't just want to put you in the box. Who are you and what do you do?
If you had asked me that years ago, I'd have had a different question. But today, I just consider myself a businessman. Like even being an artist, a lot of other artists get it mixed up. When you do music, if you don't move as a business, you won't last long. So I'm a businessman. I run a RV business. We do like waste management, and so most of the time, like I'm fortunate enough that some of my customers in the San Marcos area, the Brownfields area, they recognize me, and I work with a lot of mainstream or a lot of major dealers in the RV business as well. So a lot of people, like I say, some of them know me, some of them don't. But I like for my work ethic, no matter what I'm doing, I like for my work ethic to speak for itself. Yeah. So like, I may not ever tell nobody I do music. I just approach. I approach in the space with love, and then to try to elevate the environment the best way I can. I always been raised that way. My grandmother helped raise me, so just mannerable, down to earth, that Southern hospitality. Try to leave the pile of wood a lot higher than I found it, sort of vibe. That's what you get from me, you know.
All right. That's what's up. When did it first start for you? Like, when did you first start rapping, and like, how did it start? Was it a pen and pad? Did you start freestyling? Like, what was it?
So I had a homeboy that I grew up with named Thomas Basie. I ain't know nothing. I wasn't really into music or nothing like that, other than seeing it on like movies and hearing it play, stuff like that. I wasn't into it, but he was very mischievous, man. Real cool dude. He would always, he was adopted and stuff, so anyway, like a bunch of people kind of looked down on him, and I just made a connection with him right off the top. Very talented dude. Like I say, his mom was always gone working. I think she worked for the prison. She was one of the guards at the prison, so she was always gone working. And she smoked like a freight train. And so he would always find out where stash was at. He was like, man, y'all want to smoke? Y'all want to get high? So, I caught myself trying to experience life and, end up being welcome to getting high, And so he said, man, every time I visit my cousins, we smoke, we start listening to, he was like, you know what an instrumental is? I was like, what's that? And so back in the day, what Ice Cube and them used to do, they used to put their main disc, they would have the main disc, and then they would have the instrumentals to their music on the second disc. And I didn't know that, and then he welcomed me to that Ice Cube push around. I was like, wait, he had an instrumental on that album. And then, we was high, we was elevated. That's where that creativity come from. Yeah, we was elevated. I didn't know I had it. And then just like the more consistent that we were with freestyling, the better I got. Yeah. I was talking about all kind of dumb shit when I first started.
I know I freestyle growing up too, man. That's just, I wasn't good at it. I know my niche. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I'm not good at shooting dice. I ain't doing that shit either, nigga. I ain't get shot over it.
Same thing, yeah.
So what I'm good at, that's what I'm gonna focus on.
Right.
But that's what's up, man. That's where it started for you, man. Right. So I was going through a lot of your songs, right?
Right.
A lot of your songs, they can be considered club bangers. It could be hood music that you just ride to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there was one that kind of stood out to me, and that was Gun Out.
Right. On
the Gun Out, it felt a little bit more personal, like maybe something you've seen or maybe something you've been through in your life brought this kind of music out of you, because it really feels like you had a message from the choreography to the lyrics to the delivery, all the way from beginning to end.
Right.
So, can you give me the inspiration behind that song?
Okay, so first, I definitely want to show my appreciation for everybody involved with that record. Tim Curry, he's one of the super producers here in the Austin area. He's worked with Tory Lanez,
He ended up seeing my talent. There's a few people, like I say, that reached out and that had recognized the gift that I got, and he's one of them. He reached out and said, "Hey man, I want to produce a record. Like I actually want to produce a hit with you." He was like, "We can keep trying until we make a hit." But he made that beat, and then he was like, "Have you ever tried rapping over a drill beat?" And that's when Pop Smoke, he was still, still alive, and so it was a thing. I was like, "Nah, I never tried it, but we can, let's do it till we get it right." But yeah, shout out to him, respect for him for approaching me on that. And just to kind of rewind back a little bit, that gun out message, it was always a tough one for me because I always felt like I didn't have enough room to express my pain for my brother passing. And so I would kind of talk about it here and there in the songs that I would release, but I never got the chance because, like, think about the length of a song in 3 minutes. Yeah. That's not enough time for you to express the loss and like how you feel about a loved one who you be with every day. That's just not enough time to put it down or to put it out there. And so like I would put little pieces and snippets about how I felt about it out there. And then so when people say like, let's make a song about police brutality, it hits home because I'm like, okay, should I speak from a personal perspective about what I experienced or speak in a way that because like as a teacher, that's what you are as an artist, you're a teacher, you're teaching the class. If you teach to where one person can understand it, you're going to have 28 other kids that are lost, that don't catch the message. So I try to put the message out there where everybody can understand it and try not to make it so much like I hate the police type. Because it's not that at the end of the day. That's a person who probably made a mistake that they end up regretting at the end of the day.
I mean, that's kind of what the video shows within the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Everybody hard with their gun out, man, which is facts.
That is fact, right.
Half these dudes ain't got a gun,
right,
they running.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like the message is authentic, it's real,
right.
And like you showed with with the cop and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He was apologetic to it, but then that sheet. I ain't gonna give away the video, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was an amazing video.
Thank you, yeah. And man, before I dropped that video, I released like a snippet of the video. Mm-hmm. Like I was behind the scene, I was directing it, but I had a camera. I had my camera phone out, and I had recorded a snippet to where the director wasn't in the video, as if it was live, like I was a bystander on the side of the road and had watched this go on. I released it like that on purpose to see kind of what people's reaction, because this was when all this stuff, Michael Brown and all this stuff was coming to the forefront, and people was catching cops with the camera phone do, stuff that they weren't supposed to do. But I ended up putting some advertisement behind it on Facebook, and it went viral. I mean, I had all kind of people. There's paid actors in there. Michael Vincent Berry, he's the cop, and if you go check his record, he plays in a lot, like Better Call Saul. Okay. In one of the lead series, right now, he plays it also on Amazon. There's a series on Amazon Prime called Them. It was the #1 series for a while. He's also in there, and I also have Tamika Soretti. Both of they're great actors. I'm trying to say that, like they got a good resume, and so I hired some good people. And so as I'm filming, they're doing such great acting. When I put advertisement behind it, everybody thought it was real. Like they was like, well, why is he not in uniform? Yeah. He's out of line. Why did he even shoot in the car anyway? And so he started getting hate messages. People found him, and they started sending him hate messages to where he had to call me up directly. He said, hey, I see where you was going with this, but man, can we just please tell the people that it's not real, because they're starting to find me. They're starting to, So it got to that point, and so I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to mislead anybody. That wasn't a thing. From the music video, it went viral. I'm telling you, and so I went back and made a post. I was like, man, I'm not trying to mislead anybody, but I was just showing how sensitive people are to the subject. So can you imagine it happening to your sibling? Imagine how sensitive people are that, their child, their son, or their brother, or their dad is the victim to something like that, and seeing it on social media the same way. And so I did say my apologies, but then I kind of loved how people were reacting, how we got people's attention, because a lot of people, when they step out, they go to the clubs, they go out to have a good time. They don't want to see, and they don't have to deal with the music that reflects something like that, as well as even deal with anything like that.
But if you listen to the whole song, you realize the message at the end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you kind of catch it along the way, but you really get the fulfillment.
Right. That's what I expected for people to get the message. I had some people even reach out to me. It was like, man, you're throwing gasoline on the flame. You're part of the problem. People that didn't even know me. And they were saying I was part of the problem and didn't realize the message was about doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even about police hate. It was about doing the right thing. Because then, so what happens is
you showed two wrongs. And
two wrongs.
You showed the right.
I showed her, yeah.
It's not that hard to understand.
I showed, it was almost like she was having a dream. Boom, she wake up from it and he knock on the door. He do the right thing. When you approach a hectic situation, you approach it out of love and like not to point the blame or not to hurt anybody, but to see what's going on and diffuse the situation. And so that's what the cop did the second time around. Yeah. She was just resting. She was kind of tired, you know. So instead, and then so you know the first couple of scenes, the cop had a bad day. He human too. Yeah. So he's like, man, roll down the fucking window. He's aggressive.
That's why I love it, because you were showing how both sides can be making a mistake.
Both right.
If they decide to just be level-headed, everybody can go home
right.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody go home. Yeah. That's the thing. People don't realize how much of a blessing it is to be in, like, to have a job to where you have to travel or be on the road or be gone all day and just to be able to make it home.
Yeah. So there's another song that stood out for me. I don't know if it was personal or just you showing your versatility as a rapper.
Yeah.
But it was, let me see, Endless Pain.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was personal or if you were just showing versatility, but that, to me, you know what I'm saying, it showed a different side of you.
Yeah. So, that's, honestly, Endless Pain was Endless Pain, that was me saying I'm going to make the music that I want to make. At first, I was trying to be open to, like, the audience and make music that I thought people wanted to hear and just, like, spit punchlines. I wrote Endless Pain when I reached out to a beat producer. There was a beat that I was looking for, and I was shopping through the beat list, and I was ready to pay him. I think he wanted like $500 for the exclusive, but in the process of trying to pay for that beat, I ended up running into another beat he had, and I told him, I was like, hey, let's end that transaction, because the beat that I'm listening to right now, I'm down the highway writing. That's what I do. I know it ain't safe, so if you trying to mimic me or anything like that, do not write and do not write and drive at the same time. But I do it, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, I ended up running to one of the beats, which was Endless Pain that he had, and I'd already wrote a hook to it. And it was an even flow. Like, it was something I was feeling within. It's a message like I felt like I was talking to my brother or talking to my son or talking to just educating someone that needed to hear it. And also I needed to know, like, it was having so much inconsistency with the people that's been around me. A lot of people that I was real close to, they're not here anymore, you know, in the grave. But the ones that I've tried to have a situationship with, partnership with, businessship with, I just want to know, like, are you real enough to ride? Like, because when everything is going good, anybody can smile and sit by your side when the things are going good, but like when it's hard, are you still gonna be there? And so that's what the message was, universal message, like, man, check your friends, see if your friends are still there by your side when when the paychecks ain't coming in or when everything ain't good. Are they checking up on you? Are they making sure you're all right, like mentally in a good space? And so that's what the message was. I felt like everybody needed to hear it, and I feel like I needed to hear it as well. I needed something that I could ride to, you know.
Already.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
That's actually the message I was getting from it, is that, you know, you've been through some situationships and friendships, whatever, that they don't ever, up to this point, really ain't panned out. So it's kind of an endless pain that ain't being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Investing it. So it's hard, man, because those scars, you want to move past them and you don't want to put your guard up too high, because then you might push away a good person. But at the same time, you definitely want to keep in mind that people can be foul, and you don't want to be like, you don't want to be green or be used. Better yet, I've learned that it's good to be used, but not good to be misused. So you don't want to be misused. Yeah.
I like that. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, you don't want to be misused. It's good to be used because you might have a good skill set for what a person, like, you might be a good cook. Somebody asks you, like, hey, can you go cook the food? Like, you know, they appreciate your cooking. Yeah. But
so I'm looking down all your music, man.
Yeah.
You got the streams. You got 2.5 million on the way you be doing it. You got $1 million on Endless Pain. You got another $1 million on Guy. You killing it on YouTube. 700,000, 500,000. You got the views. You got the streams. Like you said, you independent. You doing your own shit. What is the next move?
That's a good question. I'm always thinking ahead. I think ahead, like if somebody were to approach me with an offer, like what would I say to it? And it's part of like just understanding the business. Like right now, I don't have to answer. I can be the way that I want to be. I can be the way King Key want to be. I can dress the way I want to dress. I can pop out to places that I want to pop out to without having to answer to anybody. But the minute that you sign to like a label, the things like that change. But what's next is just I'm just gonna keep elevating, elevate my sound. I just linked into this move that I just did with the legendary Zero. I ran into some other good people that I did not have before making this move. And so you start meeting people along the way. And I've learned that it's about that. Like if a label, kind of like how Jay-Z has done J. Cole, you don't really see them by side a lot. So J. Cole, what his job was to use the Rockefeller name to get into these certain doors that he couldn't get into before, and to grab the tools that, so now he got the name brand tools, you see what I'm saying? So now it's his job to build what he needs to build by having that access. And so when I run into people who have that access, all I ask them for is like, hey, just the opportunity. I don't want the money. Give me the opportunity. Just open the door for me, and then I can work the room the way that I want to. And so that's just what it's about, just continuing to build my continue to connect with people, network, and build my team, and then just go from there. I love being independent though.
When you talk about the contracts, man, that's one thing I applaud you for not doing, because contracts to me is like slavery. It's not. It's basically a loan. It's a bank loan that you got to pay back. Like I ain't about signing with nobody. So in my opinion, I would work with somebody, but I'm not gonna let you sign me.
I agree. I really agree too. That's like a slavery contract.
Yeah.
When you think of contract, just think of, like in the music industry, think about a loan. Somebody's giving you a loan that you got to pay back, and you're probably gonna have to pay interest on that loan. Right. It's hard doing it by yourself, but if you can find a way to build your own budget to make the move happen for yourself, that's the move, man. Because you don't want to owe anybody anything. It makes it hard trying to, if you don't. So if a label is signing you and you don't know anything about being a businessman, you're not going to be able to make their money back for them. You're going to be in the hole. And a lot of these labels will get you to sign life insurance. So if you got a life insurance policy on you for $3 million and you sign for $1 million, if you die, it's better for them to get their money back and then some if you just die off.
So wait a minute. I just realized I understand that's what they do.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck would I sign a life insurance company to a rap deal? I understand they gonna lie to you and give you these reasons that because you have people following you, you got all this fame, whatever. But no, man, that's a bullshit scheme. Nigga, ain't nobody that sound like a scheme.
Think about Nephew and them that don't have these conversations like what we have.
Yeah.
They're having conversations about how Megan Thee Stallion or how Sexy Red look or how so-and-so look on IG, smoking weed every day, playing video games, and then you jump in front of Nephew and them with $1 million and say, hey, I want to sign you to a label. You just got to sign these 3 papers. One of them is a life insurance policy. The other one is like, you signed to this label for life, and the other one is like, we get to make all the money off of you. You get to make your show money, but we're going to make all the other money off of you, so we can sell merch in your name, we can make toys in your name, we're going to make all that back end money, and you got $1 million. All they see is that $1 million. They never had it before. They never touched $500 at a time. They're going to get that $1 million. Because their life, like the expectancy of depending on where you are, you blessed to live past 25, they're like, well, hey, I might as well take that $1 million.
Yeah.
And so they don't care. Some of them.
I get it. I get the lure of it, of thinking, man, I done made it, and people have ego. So again, like you were saying, the braggadocious shit that could lead to them making that signing. I'm finna brag on these boys now.
Oh yeah, I got $1 million.
Yeah,
like $1 million should last you a lifetime, but shit.
And I think that's what half of these record labels did plan on is hopefully you got that ego. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't care. Because like the minute you sign that, You can walk out the door and you ran over by a truck. They're gonna get now. What's gonna happen is they're gonna put it out there. The label is gonna put in, and they're gonna put you on a bunch of blogs and say new rapper dies from suspicious causes, and then this is the latest music they had. People are gonna stream their music, so they probably gonna make $1 million back in your streams. Boom. Then they gonna get the life insurance money off of you. Boom. They gonna make a good $5 million off your dead ass. That sucks, but I hate to laugh about it, but yeah, that you got to be smart, man. These people don't care about you like that. They doing business with you.
Yeah.
That's
real talk, man. So for anybody out there listening, man, try to do it on your own. Do not let them trap you into that slavery deal, because that's really essentially what it is. They own the lawyers that's gonna lie to you. So right. I'm telling you, man, if you got something and they want to sign you, if they trying to sign you, that means you got something.
Right, you got
That means you got something they see. So if anything, say, you know what, I'll work with you.
They try to sign you for $1 million, you worth 5 or more. But you just do your homework. Just do your homework. And if you can't do your homework, reach out to me. I'll educate you on what I know. I don't know it all, but I know enough to get you going. Yeah.
So, my man King Key, man, he came here with a new album, a new single he's dropping today.
Yeah.
World premiere.
Yeah.
This ain't been seen nowhere. This is a new song he just made with Zero, which is why I've been waiting on him for so goddamn long. At work, you know what I'm saying? But now that he through, you know what I'm saying, we finna put the shit to views.
Yeah.
Give me the inspiration behind this song. How did this song come about?
Man, I've been working on the EP for a while, and my EP I was caught between. I'm like, man, I'm versatile. What makes me different? What is my sound? What is my brand? What is me? Like, I don't know if I've yet to find that sound yet. So, because I make all kind of different music, and so I was like, dang, I wonder if any of the greats have this issue. But as I was going along, I finished my first EP. I'm working on my second EP, and I'm like, okay, for my second EP, I'm gonna reach out to some of the legends. And I started recording this song, and I was like, damn, immediately it reminded me of when I was first introduced to hearing Zero's music. And I was like, man, I gotta get him on here. I gotta get him on this record. I can hear him on there.
Yeah. And
so I reached out to his people, and everybody was ready to go. It just fell in the matter of fact before like when I had did the initial, I think I had just finished recording my part of that Certified, and that's when I had reached out to you. Me and you had a conversation, and I told you, I was like, man, I'm gonna put Zero on here. That's before I had reached out to him. That's and then like within 24 hours,
4 days later, he give me the new version. I'm like, Zero down in the bitch.
Within 24 hours later, they was already like, the record had been sent and he was already on it, like that quick. So like, for real, manifestation, like speaking things into existence, I can't deny that it's a real thing. Like you gotta put in the work for sure, but like doing your homework, reaching out to the right people, and then wanting to make it happen. But he got right on it. Ended up linking up with him and went to his crib, and we just kicking it. But yeah, it's beautiful how everything happened. And then when you can finally build up now, because of that move, I have a direct access to other people that I want to do a record with. And so now it's not as complicated, because you start making a rapport with people that are in a good, they can open those doors for you. You ain't got to fish for anything. I'm not fishing for the catfish. I can just go grab the catfish out the water.
So your video, with the new music you're dropping today,
right.
It doesn't actually have a video. Do you have a time frame as when that video will come out and where they can view that at?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, that video, I'll probably be shooting that video within the next 10 days or so. But the way that I have so many people who they have to move a certain way, I have to kind of cater to like, hey, when are you available? Because in that video, we're going to put Slim Thug, Little Kiki, Zero's obviously in there, Power Wild's going to be in there. So it's like I have to make sure in that video, I have to make sure that I can accommodate for like the way that they don't know me, you know, and I don't know them. So I'm making sure we all comfortable with where we gonna meet at, and that some good people is meeting up, and that I can actually try to help the safety of individuals that are there, because it's a good shoot. We not, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm what I can be in control of and control is out of love, and make sure that I can accommodate and not try to say, hey, if you can't be here by this time, you can't show up. No, like I got to check everybody's schedule, and so now that I got Zero kind of helping me with that, it's gonna be a lot easier. So we gonna shoot that in Houston for sure, and then they saying like, hey, even if you wanna, like, we can also come down to Austin too and have another visual of it in Austin if you want us to, and that's just out of them showing love where I'm from. They letting me know like, hey, we can come to you too. You ain't just gotta come. You ain't gotta shoot the video in Houston and accommodate us. We fuck with you enough that we can go to Austin. And so yeah, that's what they let me know. So I don't know. I plan to have it shot in 10 days.
That's what's up. So basically, they can go to King Key's YouTube. Catch that by 10 so days. So like the way my distribution is under Rock Nation, okay. And so when I release it, it's gonna go through Vivo. I'm still working with them to tell them like, hey, my Vivo needs to also be connected to my YouTube, because I mean that's where I've been dropping my stuff. I'd hate to double drop it, which I probably might have to. Yeah. I might have to double drop it, put it on my King Key page, and then also have it through them, through the Vivo. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm trying to get to where I can drop it once, and it's where I need it to be. So, and I work with the admin team. They not familiar with me. We all just got introduced to each other. But for sure. So y'all be on the lookout. Go to YouTube King Key and the Vivo. What is it?
Yeah, it'll be Vivo. So, and then I'm also putting it on my King Key, my YouTube, my main YouTube channel page. So yeah, y'all be looking for Certified with featuring Zero.
Well, let's get to this world premiere. Let me make sure it's Let's get to the world premiere we've all been waiting for. King Key featuring Zero and Certified. Let's get it.
I'm certified.
You can look at how I walk, you can hear the way I talk, you can see the way I move, you can see the way I lean.
I've been certified.
Baby, tell me what you want. Do you really want a boss? I can show you what to do when you jump on the team.
I'm certified.
I be putting in the work, I done shed a couple tears. I be speaking on the facts, this is what I really did.
I've been certified.
Had to crawl from the mud when I wouldn't get in love. You can see it ain't an act, it's just how I really live. Life ain't a game, don't be playing while I'm in it. What's good for an hour can change in a minute. Price getting high, it's a lot for a tenant. Tell me what you change on the block when you spin it. You gon' see me speed in the lane when I get it. On the middle finger that I flip, you can sit it. No time for playing with a game or a gimmick. People lose their mind cause they pain got a limit. Tool on the hip when I move independent. Don't play with me, period, end of a sentence. Don't hang with a crowd, I'm insane, I'm a menace. Watch what you say, you be playing with a dentist. Rolling with shooters, niggas who really did it. When I say no cap, they gon' aim for your fitted. Having nightmares with a dreams really vivid. When you're rolling with a gangster, you really gotta live it.
I'm certified.
You can look at how I walk, you can hear the way I talk, you can see the way I move, you can see the way I lean.
I've been certified.
Baby, tell me what you want. Do you really want a boss? I can show you what to do when you jump on the team.
I'm certified.
I be putting in the work, I done shed a couple tears. I be speaking on the facts, this is what I really did.
I've been certified.
Had to crawl from the mud when I wouldn't get in love. You can see it ain't an act, it's just how I really live.
Everybody know I'm certified. Never ever been the friendly type. I murder bitches and I murder guys. And if Harris County is listening to me, I'm just playing, I'm just telling murder lies. Now for real, I'm employed by the morgue. I can serve you a murder burger and some murder fries. Yeah, they know who I am when they see me coming. They get ran over if they don't swerve aside. I'm drunk and I'm high as a light bill in August. Not even blinking and I'm purple-eyed. And 4 years ago I put dope on the floor. A real hustler gon' always put work aside. So I never fall off, I'ma keep going up. And it ain't gon' stop until my hearse arrives.
You can look at how I walk, you can hear the way I talk, you can see the way I move, you can see the way I lean.
I've been certified.
Baby, tell me what you want. Do you really want a boss? I can show you what to do when you jump on the team.
I'm certified.
I be putting in the work, I done shed a couple tears. I be speaking on the facts, this is what I really did.
I've been certified.
Had to crawl from the mud when I wouldn't get in love. You can see it ain't an act, this is how I really live.